guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? ANCAP24 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, we're going to show you a really nice route that I love. When you motion it, it turns into a different style route, and you can utilize it to beat pretty much any type of zone coverage. This comes out of a formation I've already done a game plan on. It's our website called the Chargers 1. We did do a Chargers 2, which was a nice complement to this, to where this is a really nice opportunity that I love this formation to beat zone coverages, and then I love the other one to really beat man coverage, and that's why we kind of do both of them, so depending on what people are running against you, right? Now, this play called Stick It Up, this is a new setup that I have not shown before, and I wanted to kind of just show you from a conceptual standpoint of this route. See this red route? It's basically, you know, that stick and nod route, right? You know, basically it's going to look like it's going to be a out, and then it goes ahead, puts its foot in the ground, and goes up the field, right? Now, this type of route can be found in a lot of formations. However, the way it works in this formation and any formation that's similar, that where it's got the tight end attached to the line of scrimmage, and then it's got two players to the right, it typically will work this way because we can motion him and he gets that slide step. Now, when you're in a different formation, when you want to motion him, he doesn't really get that slide step, and I think that's the difference. So, you know, I did try this in a gun tight, like a wing tight offset type thing, and it didn't work the same way. So just kind of look at your formations and see if it can work this way, but I know it does, and this and a couple others that have the trio. Now, just for reference, this is in the Saints and Chargers playbook, and what you're going to see here is that I'm going to move the A to the left. I put the X on a streak, the Y on a flat, and I'm going to hike it as he does the slide step. Right as he passes it, before he settles, he's going to go to the outside, go up the field, and you're going to see how easy of a catch this is going to be. And we just got ourselves an easy 25 yards. It was that simple, right? I'll show it to you again. Move this guy over. This is against cover 3. And you can see here that we're just going to hike it as he's kind of shuffling. He's going to go to the outside. Then he's going to go up the field. And you can see here how you have an easy catch on the sidelines. Again, about 28 yards. I know it sounds 28 yards, so that was really, really quick. We're at the 30-yard line. We're going to catch this ball about the 40-yard line on the opposite side of the field. So watch again. So if we hit that 40, right, that means that we hit that spot where you basically are going to get that 30 yards. He goes out, he goes in. You can see here we throw this ball over here, and now we got about 26 yards, right? So there's that leverage between 25 and 30 that you're going to get. That was against cover 3. Let's go against cover 4 drop. And you do want this on the short side of the field. It's going to work the best that way because the X is going to drive back that outside corner the best that you can, right? Go ahead and hike this ball as he shuffle steps. He goes outside, goes inside. Now you're going to be able to throw this ball over here. Easy catch against cover 4 drop, right? Now I know some of the guys that are probably in a CFM and say, hey, I cannot hike the ball. I can't motion hike this. You know, this tip is useless for me. And I apologize. You know, we try to get all, you know, different, you know, comes to crowds and whatnot. I will show you a different setup that I like in this video that you can use as well. That's not going to be something that you have to do a motion hike. That's probably one of my favorite zone beaters, just as a bonus to throw in so you guys get something out of this, okay? Now, last thing we'll show you is cover 2. This will also work against your Tampa 3s to where you put those outside guys on outside thirds instead of outside halves. And again, all you're going to do here is wait a little bit longer against cover 2. And the reason why you do that is because you need to clear that player, right? He has to go outside. He's got to go up the field. And you can see here, once we clear him, we're going to have that ability to throw it on the sidelines for another 20, 25 yards, right? So that's the way it works against all those types of coverages. It really does a good job against pretty much any zone that you can figure out. You always have the ability, especially against your cover 2s, if they're playing a little bit deeper, just to throw the underneath pattern. And you'll get yourself about 8 to 10. You know, if this is something that you'd rather just go ahead, instead of waiting on it, just throw this ball here, you get yourself that easy throw. You've got yourself a blocker ahead of you. You can always throw that really, really quickly, especially if they're blitzing you and you just want to get the ball out there, right? Because you got those extra blockers up there. Now, like I said before, I'll just throw in a bonus type of setup that I like with this play. And this is something that if you don't know this formation, this is one of the coolest things about this formation. When you're on the left hash mark, you just put the B in motion, he stacks. And now we've got the ability to kind of use a corner route and do this, like, you know, streak corner where he's in a perfect spot that he's going to take that deep zone with him, and it's got an easy catch. Now, what I like about this is you have that ability to put this, what I like to do is I like to put the A on an in and the Y on a Texas route. It looks like this. And what you're going to see is that you really have a few options, but for the most part, you're looking for the B or the X, depending on what the user does. If the user stays in the middle to kind of figure out what he wants to do with the Y and the A or the X, the B is going to get wide open every time, right? So that's just one of those deals to where if you just want to throw it to the B, you've got him, open on the sidelines every time, you're good to go, right? If you want to, and they start going over there, then what you're going to see here is that you've got that ability to kind of work the other routes, right? Other routes would be, A goes across the middle. We can throw this ball pretty easily underneath there and get ourselves some easy yards if that's a quick hitter that you want. If you start getting them to play a little bit lower, then you can have that ability to go ahead and hit the X. You'll see how nice the X is. He's going to split both these players. Once he splits them, you can see how the X is going to be nice open in that middle of the field as well. So a lot of times what they'll end up doing is they'll try to figure out which player they want to cover is the Y, the A, or the X. And all the, we're going over here, right? So if you go something like this with a Tampa 2, you're going to see how you're going to have that ability to also, drive this B back, catch this ball over the guy's head. You got yourself that catch on that sidelines as well. So you're attacking a lot of different ways with this play. And on the same hash mark, same type of design, you've got the left side if you want to attack that way. You got the right side you want to attack that way. You can attack in the middle. Just a really nice play. We do have other setups in our game plans, but just want to kind of throw one in there for you that I like as well. Real simple type of setup where you're basically giving yourself a two-way read, either to the sidelines or to the middle of the field, depending on what the user does. So if you like this, guys, hit that like button. It does go a long way for us. We want to build this. Obviously, it's in May. We're going to try to go strong all the way until Madden 24 for you, and then jump right back in it. Never lose any type of momentum, and we want to make sure that if you guys appreciate, tips this late in the year that you can build into next year with, hit that like button, and we'll catch you on tomorrow's video.